This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, today we are going to be looking at a game that is probably shooting up the charts as we speak now because it covers the one thing that everybody loves, and that is Star Wars. And that's Star Wars Legion. Now, I'm just going to talk about this game, and I'm going to point out some things, and I'm going to show you a few things, and just to let you know. But if you really want to learn how to play this game, go to my man Rodney Smith. Wow, him and Pep did a great job. Their playthrough was dead on. Their rules explanation, clear, crisp. Go check them out. Go check them out. I'm never afraid to send you over there. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on this game, okay? And they're just my thoughts, so they don't mean too much. But this is Fantasy Flight's taking a huge IP, a massive IP, and moving it into the miniature world. Now, with Rune Wars, let's just face it, it did not stick, okay? They threw something against the wall, and I think they learned some things there. But also, here's where I have my problem. You have your Star Wars fan, you have your board gaming fans that are heavy Fantasy Flight game followers. This is not your run-of-the-mill board game. There's some assembly that could be frustrating for people that don't do it. You're going to have to use glue. The miniatures, they're alright, okay? This guy particularly, okay, you're going to have to glue his arms on. And you have these individual packets that are very nicely done where they give you and they show you how to put them on. And you can put it on pretty quickly, but you're going to have to glue the fella onto the base, of course. And there's going to be some glue work, and there's going to be some cleanup as well. So that's something that could be detracting. For me, it doesn't bother me. It's a very entry-level type of assembly, which is very good for somebody just getting into the hobby and very exciting. Now, I'm going to be painting these on Wednesday. I decided to do it because it's going to fall into a painting 102 where we're going to be using our airbrush. So I want to show you guys how to do that. The game has an Armada feel to it. The ruler I really like. It's very bendy. The way things fit in, especially with the vehicles. Check out Rodney again. The command phase is kind of, I almost feel it's a little bit clunky. The activation phase, turn-based, you go, then they go. And then, of course, the end phase, attack resolution, and vehicle damages. One thing that I did notice that I thought was kind of off-putting, or for me at least, was that a vehicle can just come in and spread an entire unit. And I think that could be kind of chaotic depending if you just decide to run a ton of vehicles and things like that. But, you know, the manual is very well done, okay? Your Learn to Play manual and your regular manual is done with a lot of class, as always, by our good friends at Fantasy Flight. And they actually have some really neat pages in here where they're going to show you how to make desert buildings, which is kind of fascinating. But I wonder how much this really works for the beginner, how much this fits in. Now, one of the things is, like I said, the miniatures are okay, but like Mantic Games, who I jumped on, I'm going to jump on these guys just as much. If you can spend money to put a whole page on how to fix your miniature, then boy, that ain't cool if you ask me. If you use the better plastic and we're hopefully, you know, be able to get those lightsabers to stand straight, you know, for somebody that is going to pull this out of the box and just want, and a beginner, and if you want to bring people in, are they really going to want to sit there with hot water and bend lightsabers so they're straight instead of they're bent? I know I got a couple bent ones. It's easy for me to fix, but you know, this is a part of the hobby that can be detracting or bring people in a very positive way. You really have to see how that works. And then, of course, they give you a nice little painting guide on how to paint some of the guys in layer and stuff like that. Really, really interesting, and it can be a very interesting hobby. As you know, I'm very much into miniatures and things like that. So we're going to go over some things. I'm going to show you some cleanup tips and things like this, and we're going to paint this live, of course, this coming Wednesday. As a whole, now, do I think this is better than other systems? No, not really. It's just kind of there for me, and I guess I got to play it a few more times and see what I really think. So I'm not going to rate it, but I wanted to give you a look at it. I wanted to show you some of the figures. You know, again, you know, just showing you the stormtroopers. I mean, I really think what you got here, and you know something, a lot of people that enjoy assembly, like I do, I don't mind assembling things and cleaning things up. I mean, for them, you know, as a beginner, this is fantastic. Even as an experienced guy, if you got a ton of stuff and you want to get this to the table pretty quick, putting a lot of this stuff together is pretty easy. Some of the other things are a little bit more clunky as far as putting together. I just worry about the person that's coming in for the first time. Will this detract them? You know, the assembly, maybe making buildings, and stuff like that. For an experienced modeler, I can see where this is. Oh, wow, finally, the Star Wars. Everything I've always wanted, especially if you're a huge Star Wars fan. The big attraction here is Star Wars. If you put any other name on it, it's good. I just don't know if it would be considered great amongst miniature enthusiasts, tabletop enthusiasts. So I'm not going to rate this week. I'm going to play it a few more times. I think I owe it to them, and I owe it to you guys to play it a few times. But let's get it painted up this week. Check out my painting this Wednesday, as we're going to show you an easy way to do it. Anybody can do stormtroopers, but can you do the other guys very quickly and easily without getting frustrated? Well, that's what we're here for, doing things the beginner way. On, of course, my channel, Rob Orn. So be sure to check us out this Wednesday. And as far as Legion's concerned, let's give it a good go. I pointed out some things. Maybe you have some different opinions of it. I would love to see that in the comments below, or email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob, and we will see you soon.